I'm not some great philosopher. This is simple shit. One at bat. This is it. You're gonna die. Here's what I don't understand. And this is a very good, thank you so much, because it's actually the next thing I'm gonna wanna talk about after I'm done with this whole thing. I wanna talk about complaining. If you were making your bed, you have to sleep in it, and you need to shut your fucking mouth, right? You are more than welcome. I've met hundreds of people that have left their jobs making good money when they had college debt, 18% compounded interest, because they needed their mental health to be happy, and they were willing to take a step back, and in the 7-year period, they won. Because happiness drives everything. You collectively are not patient enough. Your lack of patience is killing you. And your need of things is killing you. I don't need a fucking watch. I don't need a fucking whip. I need to be happy. One fucking at bat.
I hate this guy. Like I hate this guy with a passion that no one will understand. And no, I'm not just hating this guy because he's rich or he's famous. I don't hate this guy because he's smart and has his life figured out. I just hate the fact that what this man says and the way he speaks, it's just so true. I like to think of myself as an inspirational person, okay? Everyone I know comes to me with problems, whether it be problems about their lives, problems with loved ones, problems with their boyfriends and girlfriends, who knows? Maybe they just need someone to talk to. But I'm always that person. I'm not intimidating, I'm not mean, or I'm actually really nice. And I'm talking with my ego out the window, because sometimes you have to know these things about yourself. But yes, I do think highly of myself. Like, I know I'm attractive, and I know I'm smart, and I know I have everything in me that a person needs to succeed. But even when I can talk to people about their problems and give them the best advice they could possibly need and tell them exactly what they need to hear, I hate the fact that I just hate the fact that when a life problem comes to my life, like a personal problem comes my way, I can't deal with it. I can't talk to people, and all the advice I have ever given just dips out of my mind as fast as it went in. And this is why I hate this guy. I mean, this man talks about happiness because he is happy and he knows what he's saying, and I hate it. I hate seeing others be where they want to be, and I'm still stuck on something that shouldn't be bothering me. I know I'm a great person, and I know I have everything in me, but just because I'm sad, I'm letting a cloud come over my mind and shit on everything when it should be shining. Like, just because I broke up with my girlfriend and just because my life is coming to a halt doesn't mean I should let it get to me. And this is a metaphor, an epiphany that everyone should listen to. Just because something bad happens doesn't mean you can't work through it. It doesn't mean that everything needs to stop. And of course, you're always going to be bothered by things, and just like me, I have so many questions I want answered, but I can't ask because I know it's time to move on. And that's just how life works. Sometimes you can't question it because you have to roll with the punches and not let those thoughts keep you at a standstill. Why get hit with the same punch 100 times when you can just take a step forward and move on from that area of your life? See, I personally, and I know this about myself, I personally need to learn how to be more patient, and I need to learn that everything does happen for a reason. And just because you met someone that made you happy and they came in at the perfect time doesn't mean they were there to stay. People come and people teach you things about yourself that you could never learn on your own. So never push someone away for no good reason, because the lessons they have taught you will always be something to remember about them positively. You know, you have to learn to love yourself, and if you aren't ready to let something go, then don't. Maybe it's not meant to be finished just yet. Stop letting others' negative thoughts ruin yours. Always be happy, change your mindset and don't get hurt. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I've just been going through some shit, and just so much shit. But I'm tired of letting that stop me from being great, because I know I can be great. And everyone knows that with a shitty mindset, there's just going to be a shitty outcome. So it's just time you turn it around. And I don't know. I don't want to ramble on too much and be this speaker, but that's really a goal of mine, to be a motivational speaker. And I hate this guy so much because he's exactly where I want to be, and everything he says is true, and I feel exactly the same way. It just starts with being happy. And this is where I want to be, and this is what makes me happy. Making these videos and just talking to you guys about real shit. And I would love to just be able to base my channel around that and speak to schools and just have a video a week about another inspirational topic where I'm sitting there with a microphone talking to a whole school. That would be like my dream videos. And of course I want to still make topics about the news, because I know the way I speak about things really intrigues the way people think, and that's a personal thing that I've always been good at, talking and writing. I've had religion and English projects that I've handed in, and my teacher's like, wow, I never really had this mindset or thought about it this way. Like, this really got to me, just the way you put it down. And I may not say the smartest things, and I may not be the smartest person, but sometimes a different perspective and just someone else's words can always just help that much, just that little bit. And sometimes all you need is that little bit to move forward from where you're stuck. And that's what I want to be to a lot of you guys, is I just want to be a helping hand, and I want my words and my thoughts to help you through times, even when you are sad, or even if you're happy. I just want you guys to know that even with the darkest times, there comes a brighter day. You know, after the darkest storm, there's always going to be a rainbow. It's just how life works. And the big saying that I've really come to understand is, when it rains, it pours. And just because it's pouring, or just because it rains, doesn't mean, just because one bad thing happens and another bad thing happens, doesn't mean it's gonna, I don't know, it just doesn't mean that everything's bad. Something good will always happen to you. You just can't let those bad thoughts cloud your mind when you should be having the brightest day. Think, if you let yourself be happy, you are going to be happy. Just smile. Just turn that frown upside down, because really, if you fake smile, you can just trick your mind into being happy. Don't let things eat you alive, because that's just scary in its own. Thank you for listening. Like if you enjoyed this video. Comment what you think of everything. I'll be back soon. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, but I will be back. Love you. Goodbye.
Constant storm to try to figure out what you're about, and you change. At 26, you're all about the hustle, you're gonna be a billionaire, this and that, and then you go to the bar one night and you fall in love. And it changes what you care about, right? And then you have a child, and then this happens, and then that happens. Things change. You just have to always consistently try to figure out what's driving you, and not because other people are watching, and not because that's what your dad wants, and not that because that's what you said was gonna happen, and it doesn't look like it, and your family's gonna judge you. You just have to be as real with yourself as possible, and that is a very difficult struggle, but when you're not, you create enormous vulnerability and unhappiness.